One, two, 1, 2, 3.
I'm Stan Hart.
And I'm Jamie Lisk, and this is Films Unknown, Cult, and Cool.
This week we're going to take a look at a little vampire flick called Strange Things Happen at Sundown.
Directed by Mark Fratto.
There we go. This movie, I mean, I saw the trailer on the internet just about the time it was about to come out.
Yeah.
Just stumbled across it, and I thought, well, I'll take a look.
So how's this for a big stiff dick in the ass?
Fuck! You miserable motherfucker!
Yo, you got some real fucking mental problems. You sick bastard.
Yeah, you fat fuck! Motherfucking asshole! I'm gonna kill you! You piece of shit!
How many times have I told you not to leave dishes in the sink? How many times? Look at the mess! Did you bite me? Did you fucking bite me?
Hey there, you guys need anything? As a matter of fact, we do.
You fucking sick murder! What is that you get off?
We need your car and your blood.
Holy shit. I'm fucking stuffed.
Anyways.
Unbelievable. Totally. You know, I had to have it.
Yeah.
Had to have it. It's just like,
Yeah.
well, I mean, like, violence.
Yeah.
It
was
just
the shiznit. It was awesome. Yeah, it was
yeah,
excellent.
amazing. So I thought, you know, could this movie even
Yeah.
come close to that trailer?
Yeah. Well, it rarely does, but when you buy these movies, but that one actually,
For sure.
Yeah.
Definitely. Like,
yeah, it was actually pretty. And the funny thing is, I had never even heard of the movie. And I was on Cold Fusion video reviews Nathan Schumatt's site, and I read the review for this film, and he actually gave it a positive review. And if you know Nathan, he never gives anything a positive review, but he actually liked this movie. He kind of said it was between plot lines, but it was actually like he was really positive. So I remember you had actually given me a copy of the film.
Well, I got to tell you, like look at most indie vampire movies. Like they're kind of suck, and they cater to those gothic kind of. Not that there's nothing wrong with being like a. Yeah. Some of the gothic chicks are hot, but I mean. Yeah. You know, it caters to that, but this movie's like... They're all redundant. A lot of them are redundant. I'm not saying... Yeah, that's what I mean. But this is something else. Like, it's a vampire movie. Like, vampires are the central characters, but it's also a gangster movie. There's a lot of plots going on. There's a lot of stories going on at the same time. And it's... You could tell... I mean, okay, well, let's... That's what it reminded me of. Pulp Fiction. It's like these different characters having their... but they're all intertwined. Well, let's okay, yeah, let's tell the story. Go through it a bit. Okay, well, there's like 3 storylines going on all at the same time, and they're kind of intertwined. And one of them involves a couple on the run. Well, let's set up first we'll do the Mobsters. Okay, there's a New Jersey sect of Mobsters. Jimmy Fangs and Joey the Butcher and all these guys, right? And they're basically like they're just like the Sopranos. Yeah, wise guys. But they're younger. I don't know. I don't watch the Sopranos, but. Yeah, they're like younger, but they're brutal, and of course, at the same time, vampires. They're vampires. That's their edge.
Listen to you lazy ass one-fang fuck.
Hey! Don't you make fun of my disability?
Disability?
Yeah, disability.
Your mother's ass with your disability. That ain't no disability. You're just too stupid to figure out how to make the other one come out.
Listen, Joey, I've been around a lot longer than you have. I can move faster than you, I can read minds better than you, I can see through fucking walls. Can you see through fucking walls, you prick fuck?
You can't see through walls, shut the fuck up.
I can see through fucking walls. You know, shapes and shadows and fucking shit like that. And we all know, Joey, that I'm a hell of a lot smarter than you are, okay? So with all of this, and all this shit that I can do, you're gonna fucking stand there and tell me that I can't figure out how to make my other fucking fan come on? Fuck you!
Alright, shut up both of yous now. You're giving me agita. And Joey. Do me a favor, don't make fun of Nicky's fang problem, okay?
I'm sorry, Jim.
What the fuck you're apologizing to him for? You should be apologizing to me. Make fun of my fucking fang problem. Stick that fang right up his face.
Enough!
That's the thing, yes.
Over the other.
And that's one story, and there's this going on. And at the same time, we have another story involving Jocasta Bryan, who's Amy, and J. Scott Green, who plays Manuel. And they're a young couple, and they're also vampires. They had ripped off Jimmy Fangs for a lot of money, and they're on the run to Canada. And at the same time, it's about their story about how they're on the run. They end up picking up a hostage, Shannon Moore, and they take her and they kill her husband, of course. And then there's this whole story going on with them.
Hey you, what's your name?
Amy, don't talk to her, please.
Why not?
Because we're only going to be eating her tomorrow.
I just want to know what her name is.
I don't see why it's so goddamn important.
Marcel, could you just not be a prick for a few minutes?
A prick?
Yes.
Well, and now I'm a prick.
Yes.
Give me the gun.
Why?
Give it to me. Listen, you fucking cunt. When she asks you a question, you answer it. Now tell her your name, or so help me, I will put a hole in your fucking face.
Annabelle!
Annabelle. Are you fucking happy? Is it so goddamn important?
And at the same time, there's another story involving a vampire hunter named Marcia Sapron, and she's hunting vampires through the film, killing them all. And she's not, I mean, there's no, she's sort of like a Blade clone, which for me, she reminded me more of Addicted to Murder. Yeah. Kevin Lindemuth's like amazing vampire film called Addicted to Murder. It felt like a version of that.
Come on, bitch. Oh, you know that's nice. Bring it off. Fuck.
Tell me where he is and you'll live.
I never fucking seen him.
Bullshit! Where is he?
Fuck you!
Stories kind of come together throughout, and of course the mobster is angry about the stolen money, so he sends this guy, the Grim Reaper.
Somebody's killing his men, and he's
Yep.
thinking it's
Yeah,
what's his name that stole the money.
Yeah.
So
and he hires
meanwhile,
this,
it's her, and then he hires like
all these stories, and of course she's not even after them; she's after somebody else.
she's after the guy that stole the money.
Yeah, and it's really interesting, kind of. But there's
It's
this guy.
all-
They hired this guy named the Grim Reaper, who's literally wearing the Grim Reaper costume.
Yeah.
And there's
and then he's okay. You didn't like him, right?
see, I didn't see with the tone of the film.
Because it's comedy. There's a lot of comedy.
There's some comedy
There's
with the
some-
mobster guys, but this was straight up like this was like watching Leave It to Beaver. I mean, like the scene where she's whining at him about not doing the dishes, and he's like running around like like
Okay,
the
but did you
submissive
get
male. I
that
thought
the
it was
Grim
really
Reaper is
lame.
Vlad the Impaler? Did you get that?
I totally got that, and that's in the trivia.
Did you
for
get
the
that
film.
she
Yeah.
was Elizabeth Bathory?
But yeah, Bathory, yeah, the Mrs. Bathory, the killer, yeah,
Okay.
600 people she killed or something.
And I thought it was cool that he had that stupid voice.
Hey, Reap, how you doing?
Fine. Jimmy Fangs, fine. Joey the Butcher, haven't seen you in quite a while.
Yeah, it's been a few. Hey, nice house, by the way.
So what's this business you want to talk about?
With the tone of the film, I mean, with the mobsters, it was kind of goofy, but that's what you expect from New Jersey mobsters. And that's the kind of thing that's going on in Sopranos. It's kind of like this really kind of goofy, tough, they're all kind of like these macho kind of guys, these uber male kind of guys, like, joking around. The one guy wants to keep this girl alive instead of killing her so he can bang her and stuff like that. That's kind of funny. The stuff with the couple is not the least bit funny. I mean, there's a scene where he kills a baby and eats it. Right?
I know, that's
at that point you're going,
yeah, but then
wow.
later on he's like, honey, I promise I won't eat
Yeah,
any
of
more
course, no more
babies
babies,
or kill
of course.
little
Yeah, I
people.
guess so.
That's kind of
But
funny.
it flips around at the end because there's the last scene where the last scene where the Grim Reaper guy talks to the girl. He says to her that she's going to lose that human side of herself.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
But he's so human when they go to their house.
Exactly. He's been a vampire for longer than any other vampire in this movie.
Right, yeah.
And now he's trying to assimilate himself, but
Back.
he's lost that human nature.
Yeah.
And he's there. It's like he's pantomiming it, And so is she. She's like, the house is so clean, and she's going around dusting and shit. She's like so anal. And it's like when she
that
freaks
makes
out.
so much sense.
The dishes in the sink. What the?
Yeah. You never helped me.
And there's the spoon in the sink. Like that's it, And then she chases him all over because he left a sock behind the bed. I mean,
I never even thought about that. I just
and he's
think
talking in that voice. That
it's goofy.
If Dracula talked like that back then, nobody
Yeah.
would have took him seriously.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have been able to kill all those Turks because So that's like a voice he's put on to be. And he's
even
living
like
in
the
a
actor
suburban house. And
the guy that plays him, Steve Gonzalez, who's also the writer of the film, isn't the same guy that does the voice. The guy that does the voice is some guy.
No,
named
the
Brankovic
voice sounds
or
like something out of a 50s sitcom
Yeah, exactly.
or some kind of.
Yeah, and that's what I felt they were going
reminded me
for.
of.
The real for me, the real thing that kept me with the movie, and I got to tell you, the first time I saw the Mobsters, and I
the
literally.
Mobsters definitely do it. Yeah.
No. It wasn't the Mobsters. I didn't like the Mobsters. I was totally tuned out to the Mobsters because when I watched it, I thought, oh my God, we're doing a freaking Goodfellas, Goodfangs, kind of version of the Goodfellas. We're gonna to have like the vampires as mobsters. But then when it got away from that and it moved over to the couple on the run, and it was showing what they were going through and the hardships they were having and the fact of loneliness. And then when they brought in the vampire hunter and we heard voiceover narration, I loved it. I loved the stuff with those people. I didn't care for the mobsters, and I didn't care for the mobsters. I thought it was kind of silly, and there's like this whole other plot involving him putting blood into weed and seeing what it'll do to people.
Yeah, I think that was just set up for a sequel or something. Is what I thought of that.
But other than that, I did like those aspects.
Oh no, I thought the mob. Like,
you really liked it, eh?
I don't know. They did it so well. I thought.
Yeah.
You know, because people acting like mobsters, but these guys just Jimmy Balls. You know,
yeah,
that's.
But didn't that seem like they were just acting like mobsters? I mean, I know
and
that's for me because I watched like Sopranos.
You know, they're
and I thought it felt like I was watching
talking to each other like kids in a playground.
Yeah.
You know, your fang doesn't grow out. You know, I'm much smarter than you.
Yeah. Well, the thing about
I thought that was really well.
The thing,
you know, and it's set up the, a lot of the plot because
of course,
that's
they're on the run from these guys.
Deal on the run from
these guys, and then they hired the Grim Reaper. The thing about it was like,
and that's the other thing about the Grim. Like, I think the thing was like they're hiring these people. Like, and then after the Grim Reaper, and he thinks somebody's coming, he hires the Thompson twins.
Yeah.
They're like these vampires. They're supposed to be so deadly, and then they come out and they look like they're the Thompson twins. You know, the frills, and they whip off their trench coats and they're dressed like they're hairband from the 80s.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah, I guess the film is kind of like working on two
very
levels.
Funny film.
See, I guess I'm not as.
I looked at it as a comedy. When I seen it. There's lots of serious aspects, but I was looking at because after that trailer, I'm here to purely be entertained and funny.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the film is. I mean, it's 135 minutes long, right? I mean, this is like an epic movie, and there's all these stories are kind of interweaving and they're going overlapping each other, and like the character is motivated by something that this character that you wouldn't even think in a million years that character was going after that character.
Yeah,
why?
you wouldn't think they would ever.
You don't know why
like
they're
Pulp
going.
Fiction, very similar.
Yeah, well, it doesn't. It's a linear narrative, but it doesn't.
It's pretty.
But the characters kind of come and go. Yeah, and I liked that aspect of it. And I told you I liked the Vampire Hunter, and I love the scene at the end where she's explaining to that girl who's like laying there, and she's going to become a vampire, and she's telling her what she's going to be looking forward to. And about how she admits, like, I tried to kill bad guys, like, which is a throwback to Anne Rice novels, right? I mean, her character...
Well, I really like that about the movie. It has, like, a mythology set up with rules, vampires...
Yeah, the older vampires are the only ones that cast shadows and stuff like that. Or
there's like they explain it all, so, they could actually make another sequel or whatever.
But they never, as far as I know, they never...
or someone could, or whatever, and there's, like, these, like... They go out in the daytime, obviously.
Yeah, they can walk in daylight.
Well, why not? Like every vampire indie film has that, just because it's such an ass pain to shoot at night.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
but
they can they see their reflections in mirrors. They the only thing that can kill them is a
stab in
the heart.
Doesn't
stuff
have to
like
be
that.
a wooden stake.
Yeah, and then there's a scene.
And they don't just heal. Like he gets shot in the eye.
Yeah.
And it takes him the whole movie to get his eye back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's like.
And they talk about that. One gangster's been shot in the head like 6 or 8 times, and now he's kind of retarded because of it.
Yeah, he's arguing with him about how many times he was shot in the head, and the guy's like 8 times, and he says 7. But like, okay, so there's a lot going on in the film, and it's actually a very good vampire movie.
I would even go so far as to say, like, if someone, some blockbuster head who's never rented anything but a Hollywood movie, said, what's an independent movie? I would go so far as to say, take a look at this one.
Yeah.
And if they're not...
I mean, as far as, like, indie vampire movies go, I mean, like, this is up there with, like, Addicted to Murder.
Way up there.
That's one of... Those are, like,
I can't think of a better independent vampire movie, I don't think.
Those two movies, for me, are, like...
Yeah.
But,
well, maybe New York Vampire was kind of cool.
New York Vampire.
But newer ones, they're all about the goth. This one...
Yeah, they're all goth.
Had the gothic kind of characters, a couple of them.
Yeah, but I've just watched, like, this week I watched Die Hard Dracula, and I watched Dracula's Guest, and these were all goth movies. I mean, it's like, okay, all right, we're done with the goth. I mean, let's try something new and innovative. Like these guys did. They did set it in New Jersey, and this time dealing with things that we would deal with, like on an everyday thing. I kind of thought it was cool. Let's get on to the topic of gore. What did you think of Gore?
Good gore, lots of gore for gore people.
There was amazing.
Lots and lots of blood.
And their scenes are so and there's scenes that are so violent. The scene where like
it's like heads beaten with the bats.
Yeah.
Right out of I'm thinking of the Untouchables.
Oh yeah,
a good bat clubbing scene like that, just like that.
The
like
casino
the impact
scene,
of
the casino
it.
scene where, like, it's the same thing. And then the Grim Reaper kills these potheads that are like sitting outside, and it's pretty violent. And then the guy, the Manuel character, he kills a lot of people, and he's really like he's supposed to be the character we're like, actually rooting for or something. And he's like one of the most violent guys, and you kind of get a sense that there's something completely wrong with him just because he's so violent. But at the very end, when he actually kills the baby, that's when the audience kind of separates, as well as the characters in the film that actually like him. They separate themselves from him too, and and like
you kind of come off when you first meet his character, you kind of come off as I want to be Brandon Lee and the Crow.
Yeah.
And he was kind of, I thought, oh well, I hear this is for the goth. But as the movie went on, it was like, he's kind of he's not just that one-dimensional kind of
there's
character.
more to him.
There was a lot to him.
A lot
of.
And I love the stuff with his girlfriend, how she couldn't figure out how to get the fangs out. Stuff like that. That was kind of funny. That was kind of a neat detail. So the gore, and there was like a lot of gore at the end. There's like this long
he goes
scene.
to that house
and it doesn't really seem to fit, and it just looks like they threw it in there.
I felt there were a few scenes that could have done without or been shortened. Like especially with, but you know, it's you shoot them, that you spend all that work on the gore, because a lot of times you don't know what your runtime's going to be before you're done. Yeah. And it's it's a shame to cut them out.
Of course it is. I mean, why not? I mean, you're going to put a 135-minute movie. Who cares? You know, I mean, you get one shot. Some of these guys only get one kick of the can. Who cares about cutting scenes? Leave them in there. That's what makes me the most angry when you'll go through the film and you'll see the deleted scenes and you're like, why would you cut that out? You know, put it in there. But
a lot of times, you know, like not this movie. Well, maybe once in this movie, but a lot of times they get like a hot chick and have to throw her in a sex scene. Yeah. And that sex scene could have been like a 10-second here. Yeah. Like, okay, they had sex, good. Yeah. But a lot of times they'll drag it out. Yeah. You know,
yeah.
Just for those younger watchers.
Yeah.
You know.
But like the gore scene, obviously, but it was not. I don't think there was a sex scene with the.
Do you know what word is in that script? Probably 100 times, I bet.
What?
Is writhe. Right. There were so many writhing people on the floor. In
the in the script,
it's
awesome. The earliest stage it would probably.
There was
there was. What was that?
People getting bit, writhing, all the dopey people driving.
I never thought about that.
You know, people getting shot and they don't die and they writhe.
I think that's like clearly awesome, Mark Fratto thought there was something great about that. But,
I don't know, maybe it's kind of cool.
But and then we'll talk about. I think we should talk about the cinematography. I love the cinematography.
Yes, definitely.
Wow, this was really great.
This was
really
very polished.
And like, see, like the scenes inside were like, I love the color. It looked really good. It looked really lit well, and the colors were just popping.
And there's a lot of like, you know, like lighting, reflecting feelings and
backlit,
mood,
backlit,
like when he kills that baby and then it's like it all goes kind of red.
Well, it was actually blue in the room when he was with the parents, but when he went into that room, it went red. And it was like you're seeing how dark, how evil this guy, what he'll resort to. And I thought that was wicked. I love the scenes.
A lot of thought went into the lighting.
And there's like this scene. There's like every scene outside, it's kind of bleached out, but you get the sense that that's because he was trying to capture what would a vampire see if he's walking the street, like a guy walking on. But there was also it was all set in suburban neighborhoods, like anybody's street they could be walking down, and you'd see a guy walking towards you and you wouldn't think anything of it. But these guys were doing that in the film. They were walking down suburban streets. There's people.
Well, maybe it's the Grim Reaper.
Well, yeah, but so was Manuel. He was walking down the street using people and stuff. I just thought that was great. Well, yeah, the Grim Reaper. I mean, that guy was dressed as the Grim Reaper.
Though, and he's driving like a nice.
That
car.
was hilarious. That's like bringing it to our time. I thought that was great. As far as I don't really know what else to talk about. I thought that was.
Well, where you can get it, as I said, is Sanorama.com, and then you can get it on Amazon, I think. And actually, I rented it from. Like Zip.com, Rogers Direct, or whatever.
Yeah.
But
there's of course, I hate
same story.
Wait,
story as Barely Legal Lesbian Vampires. Same 2 discs too.
We got to talk about this. We are not promo guys for Pendulum.
I know, but if you like vampire movies, this is the one, and this one's just if you like independent horror movies. You know, actually, you were telling me about 2 more of these coming out.
Yeah, there's 2 more coming out from Pendulum, plus they have a 100-movie box set. The 2 more that are coming out with 50 movies, new movies on them and stuff. The thing is, we're not promo, we're not pitchmen for Pendulum, we're not pitchmen for Mill Creek. It's just, they're doing the best job of getting these movies out there.
Exactly.
It used to be Brentwood, they're gone. You have the other guys like Brain Damage Films and all these guys, but they're expensive, and they're really expensive. And these guys are boxing them up, putting them out there so people can get them. People who want them can get
50
them.
50 movies for less than $25 bucks.
You know, I love that. I love getting their movies, and I love watching them. And a lot of them are garbage, of course, but there's also quite a few.
Yeah, but even
really
in
great
garbage,
ones.
there's.
Of course, that's some of the fun of it. It's finding the garbage and loving it. You know what I mean? But
exactly.
But I guess that's it. That's all we really have to say about this film. Director Mark Fratto went on to make Last Rites, a movie, another vampire movie, and he made another movie called Zombies Anonymous, which we'll do in a future episode. But
do you watch that yet?
I haven't watched it yet.
Neither have
I only just got it recently, but so that's all we have to say about that. It's a great film. Seek it out, watch it, and
definitely.
And that's it.
If you like vampires, this is the movie.
Yeah. So that's it.
All right. See you next time.
See ya. I'm Jamie Lisk.
And I'm Stan Hart.
And the movie we're doing today is...
And this is Films Unknown Cool.
Do it again. I'm Jamie Lisk.
And I'm Stan Hart. And this is Films Unknown Cult and Cool.
The movie we're going to be doing today is Strange Things Happen After Dark. At Dark.
At Sundown.
How am I on camera? Is it okay?
Yeah, no, we're cool. It's like
Okay.
We got about a foot over our heads, and it cuts us right there.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so how we do this?
Don't want none of that.
Yeah, because you have... Well, it came out in '93, so... Are you
that
sure?
long ago?
Yeah.
Holy Jesus.
So...
No.
I swear to God, I looked it up this morning and it was '93. But I might be wrong. Okay, I swear to God, it might not be '93. But you got to remember, the film seems quite inspired by Tarantino's movie, and that came out. Reservoir Dogs came out.
I didn't think it was that long ago. I thought it was like.
Well, Reservoir Dogs came out in '92. It doesn't feel like that, but it is true.
That's like 15 years ago, man. I didn't even have the internet 15 years ago.
Well.
Okay. Are you gonna move forward with that?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Why am I stand shit?
I don't know. You just keep coming back and forth.
Well, I mean, I might be doing that, so. Let me know if I'm in Stan's shit, because I'll get out of his way. Did you think that worked? Did you really think that worked? I mean, the tone of the film was with...
Oh, shit, hold on.
Okay.
Damn it. Okay.
With the... Well, we'll just cut it.
Yeah, I will.
That went well.
That went alright.
Didn't tape it, didn't
Oh, shit, I should have.
Fuck off, are you serious? Okay.
Hey, that's good. 30